The common sense says that it only hurts my IRR when I have to show the returns back to the investors, right? But if I have to consider 2 points here which come to my mind, and if I may ask, do these terms change based on the type of LPs that I have, say a large institutional LP versus the family offices versus the HNI kind of LPs? Or does it change based on whether I'm a regular venture type of fund versus buyout, LBO, MBO, private equity fund?
Yeah, I think what drives it is the nature of the investor. The asset class shouldn't make any difference, right? If a fund has cash, everybody wants it, right? But it's the more institutional, larger LPs that have checklists, right? They have checklists when they're looking at your fund, and they have lawyers who have their own checklists. And so they go. I'm being like literal. They're going through a literal checklist, and they have 30 or 40 things they're looking for in your fund documents. And one of them is going to say timing of distribution. And it's going to say, is the fund required to make distributions on an annual basis and to get out to distribute any proceeds of an exit within a certain period of time? And some associate at a law firm somewhere is checking a box, yes or no, right? And so they're going to be like, oh, the answer is no. Okay, let's make that into a yes. Let's raise that as a comment. I'll tell you where this also comes up. Side point, tangent. Okay, detour here. The fund calls capital. They make a capital call for an investment, and then the investment falls through at last minute. What do? Is there a contractual obligation requirement in the fund docs to return that capital call within X number of days? Or can the GP say, look, I know I called the money for a specific purpose. The purpose is no longer true, but rather than wire the money back and then call it back from you, in a short term, it's easier for me to just sit on it. Is it bad for my IRR? Yeah, but it's not worth the hassle, and it's not that bad for my IRR because it's not going to be a lot of time or it's not a lot of money or both. Is there a requirement in the fund documents to return unused contributions? It's the same issue. It's the same comment in the same checklist that an associate law firm is going through when they review your fund. It literally said, called capital that's not used. Is it required to be returned within X number of days? Yes or no? If it's no, well, okay, let's make a comment. Let's change that to yes.
Sure.
Two ways that comes up. So we talked about distribution. We talked about what you're distributing, and we talked about different options as to when you make distributions.